Right, guys, welcome to today's live stream between the Western Province and the Sharks. Now, we are going to be in for quite a fantastic game. We know that the Bulls and the Cheetahs game got cancelled, and I was a little bit worried, and I'm glad to see that this game is still going on. So that's all good. We are going to quickly run through the team lineup for this one, and here we go. So at 15 for the Western Province, we got Sergio Peterson. At 14, Sabella Sinatla. Number 13, Cornell Smith, a new face that I don't know. Probably will see him play for the first time today. Then Rikus Pretorius at number 12, Edwin van der Merwe, Tim Swiel, and Paul de Wet. Now, we all know that Edwin van der Merwe absolutely smashed the Sharks last time around. And I think he scored 2 tries on the day. So this one very important for the Sharks to win. The coach did say that the Currie Cup, although it's important to win it, he is going to try and test out the depth of the Sharks team in order to prepare for the Rugby United Championship. Barry Green has joined in saying, "How are you, Guru?" I'm very well, thank you, Barry. Just looking forward to this one. Midweek rugby at its best, and can't wait to actually see this game start, which will be in about 15 minutes time from now. So yeah, looking at this backline of the Stormers, they're looking pretty decent. They're testing Sergio Peterson at fullback today, which is quite a surprise, as we know he is a known winger. But they had to find some place for Sinatla and Edwin van der Merwe, so Sergio Peterson, the best bet there at fullback. Barry says, "Nice haircut." Thank you, Barry. Yeah, it was about time to get rid of the little beard and the hair. It's going to be a long winter, but just to touch up a little bit. So yeah, then we're looking at, like I said, I don't know this guy Cornell Smith too well. I haven't seen him play before, so it's about time that they blood some new players as well. We see, especially in the forwards, which we will get to in just a bit, how those youngsters are coming through really nicely. Then another guy I'm looking forward to seeing play today is Paul de Wet at scrum half. A very underrated scrum half in South Africa, but again, we are extremely blessed with the quality of scrum halves that we've got in South Africa at the moment. So yeah, let's quickly go and have a look at the forwards for the Western Province. At number 8, we got Ian van Roos. Chiva Diamani has somehow snuck into this Western Province squad, because I was unaware that he actually made the move to Western Province. So it's good to see Chiva Diamani finally getting an opportunity at a different province. He was a big prospect a couple of years ago when he was still playing for the Lions. So maybe he's found his touch here at Western Province. We'll have to wait and see. I know John Dobson rates him really high, so it'll be interesting to see how he mixed the match with Ian van Roos and Marcel Tennyson, who is another big youngster coming through for this Western Province side. Brian Benito says, "Hi, Guru, what about a draw result today?" Wow, that's not impossible, Brian. Anything is possible in the Currie Cup. We know that some of the key players are missing at the moment. So it wouldn't surprise me if a draw does happen, but it's certainly not something that we would love to see as well. So yeah, I would go for the Sharks today, although this Western Province side looks pretty damn good with the likes of Ian van Roos, Diamani and Tennyson. And then David Mayhuizen has come out beautifully for the Western Province. Arends van Ryn, who's captaining the side, is another youngster. So for me, Marcel Tennyson, David Mayhuizen, Arends van Ryn, and even Neetling Forshie and Ian van Roos are the youngsters to look forward to in the future. And I can't wait to see when they finally will get that opportunity to show their true class, because they're really good players, and really looking forward to see what they do. And then Reinhard Venter has now moved from the Cheetahs to the Western Province as well. So another interesting swap. So we've seen now Diamani and Reinhard Venter move to the Western Province. So it should be quite interesting. Then looking at the Sharks lineup, they decided to go with Manny Libok at fullback, Vanna Koch, Jeremy Ward, Marius Lowe, Takir Abrams, Kevin Bosch is back at number 10. Then we got Jaden Hendricks at number 9. So interesting stuff awaits us. Can Curvin Bosch step up a little bit? He's been a little bit disappointing in the past couple of weeks leading up to this one. I've given him a lot of slack and probably not so deserved, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he fares on number 10 against Tim Sweel today. Looking forward to see what Manny Lebok can do at fullback. He did play reasonably well at Flav a couple of weeks ago. I just felt that he brought a little bit more tact to the Sharks backline. And obviously we thought it was a tactic from Sean Everett, but clearly it wasn't. So I don't know what's going on with Curvin Bosch. Maybe it's time for him to maybe change his tactic, stop kicking all the balls away, stop going for that high ball, and just start running like we used to know him when he just started off and when he was actually in form. Jaden Hendricks, obviously, of course, looking forward to see how he fares against Paul de Wet. But for me, the key player in this backline will be Maurice Lowe. It's no surprise that you guys know I rate this guy really highly. And I think if you can get enough game time with quality players like Lukanya Mapimpi and Kosi and Apelile Fassi, then it will be a whole different story. But now he's going to have to stand out in a mixture of guys like Libok, Vanna Kok, and Jeremy Ward and Takir Abrams. So it shouldn't be too hard for him to make a name for himself today. So really looking forward to seeing him play. Then Pilo Ngumedi, Tembelani Bolly, James Venter, Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden, Kucha Machuna, Faison Bata, and Kwesi Mona in that forward pack for the Sharks. Gumedi, we've seen a couple of times play. He's a youngster also coming through really well for the Sharks side. But whether he's really international quality, we'll have to wait and see. I do fancy the likes of Tembelani Bolly. He's a strong ball carrier. He can get over the advantage line. And I think the combination with James Venter is going to be a really good one, because James Venter will be the guy who's going to try and steal that ball on the ground and make Western Province life miserable at the breakdown. Then Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden, we've known in the past that they've struggled with their lineouts a little bit, but they've become a little bit more solid over the course of this season. So maybe time for Hiron Andrews and Ruben van Heerden both to make that step up, trying to get into the international setup, because we know that they are both quality players and just need the right guidance. Then Machuna back from the Free State to the Sharks. Faison Bata was in the Springbok mix for a while. We've seen him going to that camps that was held earlier this year. So, yeah, hopefully he can step up as well. And then Kwesi Mona has been quite lively as well for the Sharks side. 11J said has joined in. I hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you, 11J said. Just looking forward to this game. And being the Currie Cup without the top players, it is kind of interesting to see who's going to walk away with the victory, because the Sharks are renowned to win in Cape Town, but today might just be a little bit of a different story. Who knows? And quickly going to have a look at the benches for the Western Province. We got Jason Alexander, Leon Lyons, Sazi Sandi, Justin Basson, Johan de Tooy, Jano Augustus, Godlin Masimla, and Abner van Reenen. So they're keeping that little bit of magic on the bench with Jano Augustus, Johan de Tooy, and the likes of Masimla and Abner van Reenen. All guys that I think can make a massive difference in the second half. And it maybe tells us the story of what type of game they would want to play, because we do know that these guys do like to play quickly. They like to take the ball up like Jano Augustus and Johan de Tooy, and then Masimla and Abner van Reenen. Also two players that's coming through very nicely for the Western Province as well. 11J said, what do you think of Comring and Marpu signing for the Bulls? So I envy that a little bit, but now as a Shark supporter, I wouldn't really care too much, because we do have the likes of Mapimpi and Kosi and Maurice Lowe and Lukanya and hopefully we can get Andre Esterhuizen to come back to the Sharks as well at some stage, because I think we might just get Andre Esterhuizen back at some stage. So both Comring and Marpu quality players, but unfortunately I don't think that they will be able to Well, will they cement their place in the side of the Bulls? Yes and no. There's the likes of Stetman Khans, Cornel Hendricks, and then they've got a bunch of wingers that's doing really well. So I don't know if that was the best signing for the Bulls, but it's good to have them back in South Africa. And then 11J said, I think Western Province might win this one. Caleb Pillay asking, are you showing the game as well? So unfortunately, Caleb, I'm not allowed to show any game footage. This is basically just to keep you up to date with the score and for you to have some rugby banter with the rest of the rugby community and say your say on the group. So unfortunately, I don't have the copyright to show the games. And I did try and do it a while back, and I got banned for 3 months. So yeah, unfortunately, no way in doing that for you, Caleb. Right, quickly going to look at the Sharks benches for this one. Dan Uester, Machunu, Vian Herbst, JJ van der Mesh, Reniel Hugo, Dylan Richardson, Grant Williams, and Boeta Chamberlain on that bench. So the Sharks going to a very lively bench as well. A lot has been said about Machuna being the next beast in Tamarera. We all know that the Beast also rate Machuna very highly, and we've seen how he can run. He runs like a flanker, so I wouldn't be surprised if he makes that switch at some stage in his career as well. Then, obviously, you all know that I'm a big fan of JJ van der Mes. For me, he's been underutilized at the moment, and we still need to consider that he's a very young player and will probably in a year or two's time be the main starter for the Sharks side. It is the one area where I do feel that the Sharks need a little bit more experience, is at that lock combination, because I mean the likes of Ruben van Heerden and Hiron Andrews have done well, but they haven't been able to make that step up like Marvin Uri has done, JD Schikkeling for the Western Province. So maybe JJ van der Mest is that guy that we need in our lineup. Just going to go quickly through this comment sections as well. 11J said they would have been good experience for the Lions. I was hoping that they would go to the Lions instead, but happy they are in South Africa though. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on exactly with the Lions side. We know that there is cash available for them, so we haven't seen them making those big name signings just yet. Maybe they've got a surprise or two up their sleeves themselves. So yeah, Gombrink and Mapu, a very good combination. It will help the depth of the Bulls side. You can clearly see with these signings that they are definitely going to try and contend for the championship of the United Championship competition. So yeah, I think for that reason, that's why they got those two players in as well. Barry says that semi-final loss against Bulls really did bad them. Which semi-final loss was that, Barry? Can't recall. Sorry, man. And then Caleb Pillay says, good players coming from DHS and Glenwood. Absolutely. If you look at the likes of Dylan Richardson and Grant Williams also coming through nicely for the Sharks, Dylan Richardson can be utilized as a hooker / flanker, and I think he can even play number 8. And I mean, Dylan Richardson even got under the skin of Dwayne Vermeulen, and it does take a lot to get under his skin. So he's gonna have a bright future. Whether it's gonna be at the Sharks, because I just get this feeling that they're not playing him to his full potential at the moment. Warming the bench is not what Dylan Richardson would want. So definitely a class player, but whether he stays with the Sharks, that is going to be a whole different question altogether. And then everybody knows I wasn't a big fan of Reniel Hugo, but he certainly proved me wrong over the course of a couple of games for the Sharks as well. So, yeah, a really solid team. I think this is a really strong lineup for both teams, considering that they've got so many players injured and some leaving for the Springbok setup. I think the Sharks have got something like, 11 players out. So, yeah, Barry said that 34-22 loss before Bulls played Benetton. Was that the loss that the Bulls had to the Lions a couple of weeks beforehand? And then 11J said the final against Benetton, maybe, says 11J said. Yeah, so not sure there, but yeah, the game is almost about to start. I do want to do the one where they do update the score themselves. But I think the fact that the game has been shifted, they will not be able to do that. But we'll have to wait and see when the game starts. And then hopefully we will have a flash score update for you guys every now and then. But for now, we'll have to do with this one that I've got lined up, the guys that they are now naming the teams. We've gone through them, expecting a really, really tough encounter between these two. The Western Province certainly looks stronger in the forwards. Backline-wise, it's a pretty even, straightforward one. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to take the initiative and take this one. So I do have the rugby poll on at the moment, guys. We are going to run this through up until the 20th minute of this game. So please do go ahead and vote now while you guys still can. Batty says, how's it, Currie? How's it, Batty? Hope you're doing well. And then Barry says, remember, Benetton were in the finals, so it had the Sharks or Bulls to play them. Oh, okay, you're referring to that last, but it wasn't the semi-final. In fact, Barry, it was just the last round robin game. So whoever took that one would have gone through if the Sharks prevented the Bulls from getting a bonus point and, winning the game by a bonus point themselves. Yeah, I'm good, Bertie. It's been great. It's nice to have midweek rugby games back on telly. I'm disappointed that they did cancel the game between the Cheetahs and the Bulls, because that would have been another great game. So currently the poll is saying that the Western Province will win this game by 61% to 39%. So guys, do vote. We are going to stop the poll or end the poll by the 20th minute in this game. Then we will have another one just after that. So the Sharks are now onto the field as the Western Province line up, and they're going out as well. So Adams van Rijn leads the Western Province onto the field for this midweek Currie Cup game. You guys are truly saying that the Western Province are going to take this one. Just remember that the Sharks tend to win here in Cape Town. So maybe things will be different today. We'll have to wait and see. This is a very strong Western Province side. Haven't lost a lot of players. So, Barry asking, didn't 3 Springboks get COVID? So I do believe that there is 3 players that has contracted the virus, but it's not our main starters. And or they've tested, or whether they tested positive, I don't know. But currently things are fine in the Springbok camp as well. And that game will be taking place on Friday as well. So can't wait for the Springboks to get back onto the field. It's been such a long time, but we are going to get this game underway now, guys. Rasta Venga is the referee for today's game. Couldn't have asked for a better match official for this one. And Amy Barrett is the TMO for today. So she's getting a great opportunity today to get this underway as well. 11J said only 2 players have got it. So, we are about to start this game, guys. It's Kevin Bosch to get it underway. He puts up a high-hanging kick very early on here, and it's a bit sloppy from the Western Province early on, and the Sharks have got this. Now Jaden Hendricks gets it out to Manny Libok. Kevin Bosch is going to go wide. Jeremy Ward gets the offload to Vanna Cox, steps inside. Roundabout caught on the 10-meter line inside Western Province half. Jaden Hendricks, out it goes Machuna. Machuna driven backwards by Adams van Rijn there. Not gaining too much ground. There's the Sharks at the moment. Jaden Hendricks are waiting for it. Now comes Manny Libok. Out it goes to Jeremy Ward again. He is caught a little bit isolated and needs to get this back quickly. Now it's Ruben van Heerden who takes it up for the Sharks. Jaden Hendricks back to Kevin Bosch. He moves it wide to Jeremy Ward again, puts it to the bird and directly into touch. So it is going to be a line out to the Western Province, 5 meters inside the half of the Sharks. Right, so it was Herschel Jantjies and Vincent Koch. I heard something about that. I just couldn't remember the tip of my head there. So Yeah, so, but luckily all of them are ready, and we can, well, just hang on, guys. I'm going to switch over to the live score for you guys. So let's do this and share our screen. That should be fine. And there we go. So let's do it like this. Right, so we've had about a minute and a half in this game. We can now remove this one. And yeah, the first scrum, well, there's actually a scrum down. So it is going to be a scrum to the Sharks. So there must have been a little knock on there from the Western Province while I was struggling to get this sorted. So Jaden Hendricks is going to feed this for the Sharks, roundabout just inside their own half. Leroux Yenis says, go Sharks. Right, so how's the poll doing? Let's see where the poll is at the moment. So 58% says the Western Province. Penalty to the Western Province here from the scrum. And the Sharks under pressure very early on. Neetling for sure punishing Kwesi Mona there at scrum time. And an early opportunity for the Western Province. Tim Swill looks like he's going to kick this into touch. So let's see where this is going to find touch for the Western Province now. Tim Swill got that away, and he's going to find touch. Oh, did he? Yeah, that's a brilliant kick from Tim Swill. Finds touch 5 meters out from the Sharks try line, and the Western Province have an early opportunity to take the lead in this game. Right, throw in coming here from Reinhard Venter, the new signing for the Western Province. Let's see where this one is going to go out. Takes Ernst van Rijn on the 5 meter line. So Western Province have decided to go with the maul here. It's not going anywhere at the moment. It's static. Now it starts to move forward, and the Western Province have got it. It's Reinhard Venter at the back of that maul, controlling it beautifully. Now he rips away. Just a meter short of the try line is the Western Province. Whoa, have the Sharks stolen this ball on the ground? No, it comes back. Paul de Wet now gives it out to Tienison again for the Western Province. Looping around is Van Roos, but it comes out to Neetling Boucher. Paul de Wet, quick ball again. Still about 2 meters out of the Western Province now. Paul de Wet. Ernst van Rijn puts his head down. Still 2 meters out of the Western Province. And a penalty to them. Sharks players not rolling away. So I wonder for how long Rasta Rustavinga is going to keep up with this as well. Because although this is the first penalty inside the 22 of the Sharks, it is a very close angle. And Western Province have decided to go for goal on this occasion. Very strange call there after rejecting the first opportunity to go for goal earlier on. So I guess it's a much easier kick for Tim Swill this time round, about 10 meters out from the try line. So not a lot of distance, and about 5 meters from the post on the left-hand side. So it should be an easy kick coming up for Tim Swill. We've had about 5 minutes in this first half, guys. The poll currently stands at the Western Province 62, the Sharks 38. We are going to stop this poll at around the 20-minute mark. Right, Tim Swill with the first kick of the game, and over it goes. So 3 points to 0. It is the Western Province leading the Sharks here after about 5 minutes in this game. Presty Quick says, who do you think is going to win? So as a Shark supporter, I always try to back my own team. But yeah, it could turn out to be a little bit different today. But I say Sharks by 5. Let's keep those good vibes going. Right, so Western Province have collected this just outside their own 22. Paul de Wet with a little box kick over the top, chased by Sanatla. Manny Lebok under pressure here, just inside his own half. Jaden Hendricks gets it back to Ruben van Heerden. Ruben van Heerden makes a couple of meters. Just still inside their own half. Kevin Bosch going with a little ground kick into the hands of Tim Swill. Roundabout on his 10-meter line, goes for another hoist. It is chased down by Edward van der Merwe, but beautifully taken by Jaden Hendricks that gives it out to Werner Kok. There's an overlap here for the Shark. Jeremy Ward on the attack. still just over the half of the Western Province there, and the ball gets intercepted by Paul de Wet, but a penalty to the Sharks here, roundabout on the 10-meter line, 5 meters out from the right-hand touch line. Opportunity maybe for Kevin Bosch to equal the scoreboard here. Jason Bertha says the Bluebells game was cancelled. And then Barry asking who the fly-off for the Sharks. So it is Kevin Bosch, the fly-off today. Manny Libbok at fullback today. Right, so the Sharks have turned down the 3 points. They're going to go for touch here. And on the 10-meter line, it is going to be Manny Libbok to kick that into touch. He finds not a very good one. About 5 meters out from the 22-meter line. The Sharks now with an opportunity with the line out coming up. Right, so Kwesi Myrna waiting at the front. It is going to be Faison Barter to throw it in. Finds Ruben van Heerden off the back now. Here's Jaden Hendrickse, offloads. Oh, to Marius Lowe with a wild pass taken by the Western Province now. But another sloppy pass from the Western Province, intercepted by the Sharks or taken away from the Sharks. And it's Currie Abrams who's running. Loses it. Well, has he lost it forward? The Sharks dive over the try line. And what does the referee say? Because there might have been a little bit of a forward pass there or a knock-on from the Sharks. But the game in shambles at the moment here. Both sides have sloppy passes. So it is going to be Rasta Vinga to have another look at this. So, well, first of all, Currie Abrams managed to get that for the Sharks. Sanatla made the tackle, the pass. Oh, Manny Libbok might have knocked that on. Although he is complaining that Sergio Peterson did tackle him without the ball. So we'll have to wait and see what the referee decides here. But I do think that it will be... no, I don't think there was anything sinister from Sergio Peterson there. So it should be a knock-on scrum down to the Western Province. Caleb Pillay asking who's keen to share their DSTV login details with me so I can watch the game. So I wouldn't have minded giving you my details, Caleb, but unfortunately I already got 4 other people locked into mine. So unfortunately we can only share 5. So pity, otherwise I would have done that for you. Right, so the referee's still looking at this. Amy Barrett having a look at this one. Have the Sharks scored this try for Jeremy Ward? Because it seems like they're now checking for a grounding, and a decision will be made just in a bit. So while we wait to hear there, Caleb says, thanks for trying. Thank you so much. So the game has come a lot closer, or the poll has become a lot closer now, guys. Western Province still leading the poll by 56-44 with 36 votes. We've still got about 10 minutes left to leave your votes. So do go and vote on the poll to see who's going to win this one. Right, so it was a knock-on from the Sharks. It's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province, 5 meters out from their own try line. Barry asking how much is for DSTV in South Africa rands. So I'm paying around 934 rand, Barry. But that is the premium version of DSTV, the one that you need to be able to watch the rugby. Right, so we're just waiting for the scrum to set here. They do have a reset scrum, and Rasta might lose his patience soon with the scrum resets as well. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this one. Scrum down to the Western Province, 5 meters out from their own try line. Paul de Wet to feed this to the scrum. Sharks need a big scrum here if they're going to disrupt the Western Province. Good feed there to the scrum. Solid scrum from both teams. Paul de Wet has got this out. It comes out to Rikus Pretorius, just bashing his way up through the middle, trying to make space for Paul de Wet, but got caught there by Timbalani Bolly, but does get the kick away. But straight down the middle of the field. And now Currie Abrams have got a chance to run this. Beats the first line of defense, but not past Diamani. and into touch he goes, roundabout between the 10 and the 22 of the Western Province. Takir Abrahams represented South Africa at the 2019 Under-20 World Championship. So another bright future ahead of him as well, really trying to make the step up into the higher provincial side of the Sharks. Right, throwing coming here from Reinhard Venter between the 10 and 22. The Sharks have stolen this from the lineup, but a sloppy slap away from Ruben van Heerden puts them under a bit of pressure. Now Takir Abrahams again on his own 10-meter line now. The Sharks are going to try and run this. Jaden Hendrickson now waiting for the ball, gives it out to Ruben van Heerden. He puts his head down, doesn't get past Neethling for sheer. Now comes back to Kevin Bosch, Manny Libbok. Libbok is going to go up with the up and under. It is now chased down by the Sharks, but Sinatla's underneath it quickly. Gives it out to Sergio Peterson. Up to the 10-meter line inside Western Province half now. Middle of the field, Paul de Wet. Gives it out to Tim Swill, puts it to the boot, and trying to find a bit of space into the hands of Kevin Bosch. Lots of Western Province defenders on him. Bit isolated as well, but the Sharks do get it back around 5 meters out from their own 22 now. Jaden Hendrickson out to Hiron Andrews. Just trying to set this up nicely for his kickers. Jaden Hendrickson now gets it back to Manny Libbok. Out to James Venter. Not gaining too much ground. They're actually losing a bit of ground. The Sharks now comes back to Kevin Bosch. Goes to the high kick up into the air. Vanderkok chasing it down. Let's see Tim Swill underneath it. Puts pressure on him. Vanderkok now on a 10-meter line inside Western Province half. 5 meters out from the left hand touch line for the Western Province now. Paul de Wet out to Neethling for sure. He just quickly puts his head down. Paul de Wet now waiting for the ball roundabout on the 10-meter line. He's going to go with the box kick over the top now. Chased down by Edward van der Merwe. It is Kevin Bosch waiting for it. He doesn't collect it. Back inside it comes. Edward van der Merwe over the 22-meter line. Goes Western Province now. An opportunity for them maybe to have something here. About 10 meters out from the try line now is the Western Province. They need to go wide. Overlap on the outside. Sergio Peterson. Out it goes to Smith to Sinatla, but Sinatla knocks it on. And that's a bad opportunity that goes away for the Western Province there. Great opportunity for them to get the first try of the game, and it just haven't worked out for them. Cornell Smith, not the greatest of pass. Sergio Peterson did really well, and then Cornell Smith, the new guy, just with a sloppy pass and knocked on by Sinatla there. Right, 11 and a half minutes gone in this game, guys. So it's going to be Barton now with a throw-in to this line out for the Sharks, 10 meters out from their own try line. Beautifully taken by Ruben van Heerden. Now it goes to Jaden Hendrickson. Milani Bolly trying to bash his way up through the middle. Needs to come back for the Sharks now. Jaden Hendrickson waiting for it about 10 meters out from their own try line. 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line. Jaden Hendrickson is going to put this to the boot. Chased down by Takir Abrahams. Sinatla not controlling that ball. And the Sharks got this now. Oh, it's been intercepted by the Western Province. And Paul de Wet is going to score the try for the Western Province. What a freak try here for the Western Province after a terrible little mistake from Sinatla at the back. It is the Sharks who got it and then went with the wild pass, and Paul de Wet intercepted that ball and gets the try for the Western Province. We've had 12 and a half minutes gone in this game. Sinatla with a mix-up there, taken by Jeremy Ward and then intercepted by Paul de Wet. And I don't know, maybe they're going to come back to see if Sinatla knocked that ball on. But at the moment, the try stands, and it looks like Tim Swill is lining up. So this try has been awarded to the Western Province now. What a free try to get. Yeah, the ball went backwards. Oh, wait. There might have been a little knock on the second go from Sinatla. So the referee might have to have a look at this. Well, Tim Swill not wasting any time. Gets the conversion as well. So that's gone over 10-0 to the Western Province after just 13 and a half minutes gone in this game. Interesting that the referee didn't have another look at that one. But nonetheless, it is a try to the Western Province, and it's Paul de Wet who gets it for the Western Province. So restart now, taken beautifully by Adams van Rijn. And Western Province got possession just outside the 22. Now Paul de Wet puts it to the boot again, and he's going to find touch. Oh, it's been deemed to have been carried back. So it is going to be a line out on the 22-meter line for the Sharks inside the Western Province half. Albert Twitter says, smash that like button, boys. Currie doing a great job. Thank you so much, Albert. Really enjoying doing this as well for you guys. So the poll currently stands at 59-41. We've had 39 votes. We've got about 5 minutes left of this poll. Then I'm ending it. Right, Hiron Andrews takes it off the back of the Sharks here. Sharks now with a chance to attack here inside the 22 of the Western Province. Driven up, trying to maul this up, but now they need to release off the back. They go to Takir Abrams. Hendricks will make the pass to Takir Abrams. Now about 10 meters out from the try line. Here they come again. James Venter. Out it goes to Gumedi. This out now. Ruben van Heerden puts his head down. Defensive Marins van Rijn here for the Western Province. The forwards now just bashing their way up here for the Sharks. Need to be careful not to go fucking trailer here. Still about 5 meters out from the try line. James Venter puts his head down, trying to work his way upfield. 5 meters out. Jeremy Ward spins so close to the try line there, but 2 meters out, and the referee brings them back for a penalty here. About 10 meters out from the try line. Will the Sharks go quickly? No, they won't. They will have to probably kick this into touch from here. Jeremy Ward so close to getting the try down for the Sharks there. Spinned out of the first one and into touch. So Barry asking, why do the poll end after 20 minutes? Because after 20 minutes, you more or less likely have to decide who you think is going to win this. So what we'll do then afterwards is we're going to try and see. Well, I was thinking of having another poll there, Barry, but you're making me wonder now myself. The Sharks have taken the line out, and they are now driving their way forward. Timbalani Bolly's over the try line, and he gets it down for the Sharks. And that's the opening try for them as well. So 10 points to 5 after 16 minutes. And the Sharks get their first try of the game as well. Great carry there from Timbalani Bolly to get over for the try. Right, so what I did want to do there was, Barry, I wanted to add something else, like who do you think is going to be man of the match? But for that, I have to have a few names. So I think we'll let it run up until halftime, and then we can maybe get another one, and we'll just keep it running for as long as possible. Right, William Colbert says, legend. Thank you, William. Right, so here we come with the conversion now. It is Kevin Bosch lining this up. 17 minutes into this first half, and it's a pretty tight game at the moment. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this conversion attempt now from Kevin Bosch. Right, lines it up and strikes it. It is going to go over, so 10 points to 7 it is. Caleb says Sharks will always come back in the second half anyway. That's what I always think as well, Caleb, but they didn't come back in that last game against the Western Province or the Stormers. So I don't have too much hopes of that happening again. So hopefully we can smash it up early on and get into a good position and win this game. Right, definitely not Kevin Bosch for man of the match, says Albert. The restart from the Western Province taken by committee for the Sharks. Just inside the 22 at the moment. And an opportunity for Jaden Hendrickson to clear for the Sharks. A lot of pressure from Diamani, but he gets the kick away. Nobody wants that ball. It comes back for Van Roos for the Western Province. Now inside the 10-meter line of the Sharks. An advantage to the Western Province. Offside play from the Sharks here. And Rasta blows on his whistle for that penalty. So chance now for the Western Province here. Will they go for goal or do they go for touch? Decision time here for the Western Province. Well, they are going to go for goal. That call coming from the coaching box as Tim Swill puts the ball down, getting ready to kick this one. This one is about, 10 meters, let's say around about 30 meters out from the goal post. Levin just said maybe Sharks should try Bosch at 15 again and give Chamberlain more time at 10. My thoughts exactly, because Kevin Bosch has become a bit of a kicking fly-off as of late. He tends to kick more than he actually runs the ball, and we just saw earlier that he actually made a little bit of a mess by trying to run it from inside his own 22 and got caught under a lot of pressure. So the kick from Tim Swill goes over. So after about 20 minutes of play, it is now 13 points to 7 for the Western Province. Close, hard-fought battle so far, with no team really dominating the play at the moment. The Sharks have given away some discipline penalties already in this game. The restart taken by Sergio Peterson for the Western Province now. Just inside his own 22, goes down. Paul de Wet waiting for it to come out. Gives it out to Tim Swill, who puts it to the boot and is going to find touch. Roundabout, close to the 10-meter line of the Western Province. Money Livok trying to go quickly there for the Sharks, but the sight's against it. And it is going to be a throw now to the Sharks between the 10 and the 22-meter line of the Western Province. Pesmbato with a throw into this lineup. Can the Sharks hit back almost immediately in this game? Mbata now with the throw in. Let's see who this ball is going to go to. It is going to Ruben van Heerden of the back quickly, up to Jaden Hendrikse. Now Kevin Bosch to Timbalani Bolly. Got caught on the 10-meter line by Achiva Diamani, but he breaks free from the first defense, but Tim Swill's got him. Now Jaden Hendrikse out to Manny Libok. Manny Libok trying to step, gets past the first one, but under pressure here, and Evan Roos wins the penalty for the Western Province. They're holding on the ground, and this guy can become a really nuisance for the Sharks today. 11J said if Bosch played more at 15 and did well, then maybe we would have a better chance at making the Springbok squad. Yeah, so that is all Kevin Bosch's fault, because remember the time when Robert de Preer was the coach of the side, and he actually had his son playing at fly-off and Bosch at fullback, and he wasn't too happy about that, felt that he needed more chances fly-off, and he's been given that under Sean Everett, but unfortunately just not making any magic at number 10. And I feel that his game has definitely gone backwards since the time that Robert de Preer was coaching the Sharks side. Right, about 18 minutes left in this first half. It is going to be Reynard Fed to throw this in, but first, there's going to be a HIA test for Achiva Diamani as Johan de Toey comes onto the field for the Western Province. The penalty kick from the Western Province, finding touch just outside the 22 of the Sharks. Now Adams van Ryn has got it at the back for the Western Province. They do form the maul here. And just outside the 22 now, Rickers Pretorius has got it for the Western Province. Good defense from him on Marius Lowe. And the Sharks might have counter-rucked this, but another penalty given away. Rasta Rastavinga punishing the Sharks today. And that one going against Marius Lowe, they're not sure what. Yeah, he was off his feet. So, unfortunately for the Sharks, they give away another penalty. And Tim Swill, from around another 30 meters out, will have another chance to put the Western Province into a 16-7 lead going into the last 16 minutes of this first half. Right, Tim Swill now lining this up for the Western Province. Let's see that poll real quickly, guys. Currently, we've got 50 votes saying Western Province by 54 and the Sharks 46%. Make your vote, make it count. because we know that the Sharks, like a lot of people already said here in the comments section, the Sharks tend to come back in the second half. The kick from Tim Swill goes over, so 16 points to 7 it is, with about 16 minutes to go in this first half. Will the Sharks bounce back in this, or will the Western Province take full stronghold on this one? Restart from Kevin Bosch is a high hanging one. Beautifully taken by Adams van Rijn for the Western Province. 5 meters out from their own 22, the Western Province now. And there's a little knock on, it seems. No, penalty. Penalty against the Sharks here. Marius Lowe, the guilty party there. Obstruction is the call from Rasta Venga. And a chance for Western Province to thump this downfield again and release some pressure here. Too many errors from the Sharks. Not good discipline at the moment and really causing a lot of issues for them at the moment. The kick from Tim Swill is going to find touch on halfway here. So definitely not what they will be looking for at the moment. Right, so it is going to be Reynard Venter to throw this ball in for the line out here for the Western Province. It is taken by Tienison of the back, but a bit sloppy here. And a penalty to the Sharks. The back line joining too early from the line out. And we are seeing a lot more of these penalties as of late. So penalty against the Western Province there, and a chance now for Kevin Bosch to thump this into touch. It's roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Western Province half. So it's definitely kickable as well, but they decide to go for touch. And he's going to find touch 5 meters inside the 22 of the Western Province. So not the greatest of kick from Kevin there. What can the Western Province... Well, first of all, what can the Sharks do from inside the 22 here? Taken by Ruben van Heerden on the back, they form them all. The Sharks are going backwards at the moment. Now they're going with this shove going forward beautifully. Yeah, Van Roos penalized there at the back of them all. Coming in from the side, it's Fesenbarter still controlling this. The Sharks have now brought in a couple of the backline players as well. Why are they going to the back now? Little chip kick ahead from Kevin Bosch, but beautifully collected there by Sergio Peterson. So we're coming back for another penalty for the Sharks here. And they desperately need to score from here as well. 10 meters out from the Western Province try line. An opportunity to kick this into touch again. The penalty against Van Roos there, joining in from the side. And Kevin Bosch now thumps this into touch. 5 meters out from the try line. Line out to the Sharks. So let's see, with 26 and a half minutes gone, Fesenbarter now with the throw into the line out. Looks like Western Province want to contest this one. Trying to read it, but it comes out to Ruben van Heerden again. They form them all again. And now 5 meters out from the try line, the Sharks are going to try and push this now. But the Western Province have driven them backwards. Now Fesenbarter breaks loose. He is going to go on a little run here. It's Fesenbarter 2 meters out. Comes back for Jaden Hendrickson now. Out it goes to Kumeri. Just a meter short. Pick and go from Matuna. Oh, just so close. Might have been held up there. Comes back again for the Sharks. Venter's got it. But still good defense from the Western Province at the moment. Just keeping the Sharks out. 2 meters out from the try line. Here they come again. Hiron Andrews. Short again. What do the Sharks need to do to get past the side? It is now Matuna, also a meter short. Still coming is the Sharks now. Ruben van Heerden, has he gone over the try line? No, he hasn't. Still short of the Sharks at the moment. Now they get the try, and it is going to be Jaden Hendrickson who fought quickly and gets the try for the Sharks there. Well, great defense from the Western Province, first and foremost. That's why I'm smiling at the moment, is because the Western Province have just defended like warriors there on their own try line, keeping the Sharks out on numerous occasions, 1 meter short all the time. And then just somehow that ball came back to the Sharks side, and Jaden Hendrickson managed to get the try for the Sharks. He just dived right over the top and get the try for the Sharks there. So 16 points to 12 it is. With the conversion to come, we've got about 11 minutes to go in this first half, and it's still anybody's game at the moment. The poll is also still looking good. Western Province leading 51 to 49 after 43 votes, guys. So keep voting. We are going to keep this open until the end of this game because it is a pretty damn close one so far. Right, so the conversion from Kevin Bosch is a good one. So 16 points to 14 after 29 minutes of play. It is now an opportunity for either side to still take this game. Great seesaw battle that we've got at the moment. Western Province getting points, then the Sharks getting points, then it switches back to the Western Province. A really good game so far. So 16 to 14 with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Right, the restart beautifully taken by Ruben van Heerden again. And just inside their own 22 now. Kumedi waiting, or Jaden Hendricks waiting for the ball at the back of this ruck now for the Sharks. Is he going to kick it himself? Yes, he does. Go with the box kick over the top, chased by Van der Kok and Hiron Andrews. Sergio Peterson's got it. Run about and halfway for the Western Province now. Paul de Wet out to Neetling Fushia. If they move this quickly, there might be a bit of space here on the left-hand side. Hier van Roos breaks through the first line of defense. Here they come again is the Western Province now. Marcel Tennyson, Paul de Wet, inside pass to Edwin van der Merwe. Up over the 10-meter line now is the Western Province. Out it comes to Tim Sweel. Now will it be ripped here from the Sharks? No, it doesn't. Still comes back to the Western Province, and the Sharks penalized again on the 10-meter line. And Tim Sweel with an opportunity to get another penalty going for the province here. And again, it's Maurice Lowe who gets penalized for that, and he's given away quite a few penalties in this first half. I think the last 3 penalties from the Sharks all came from Maurice Lowe. So his discipline really disappointing at the moment for the Sharks as well. But yeah, it is now an opportunity for Tim Sweel to put some more points on the board here for the Western Province. David Mayhazen having a really good game for the Western Province so far. Really carrying that ball beautifully for them. Catching the balls in the line are pretty solid as well. And just a nuisance for the Sharks at the moment. Right, Tim Sweel with an opportunity to extend the Western Province lead here. 2 tries to the Sharks, 1 to the Western Province, but they keep the score ticking with penalties at the moment. And that one goes over. So 19 points to 14 with about 8.5 minutes to go in this first half. Troubling times here for the Sharks' discipline at the moment. Not up to scratch from them. Right, restart from Kevin Bosch now. It's going to go high this time, deep inside. Oh, it's been knocked on by Johan de Toey for Western Province, and the Sharks have got this about 10 meters out from the try line. Here they come. Kwezimona out to Hiron Andrews now, puts his head down. The Sharks with a great opportunity and a penalty to them. About 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line, 10 meters out from the try line, and a chance for them maybe to hit this into touch. Johan de Toey penalized there, not rolling away, and a chance now for the Sharks to maybe set up a lead here. And he is going to find touch about 5 meters out from the try line. A great opportunity for the Sharks to take the lead here before half-time. Not the greatest of restarts there from the Western Province, being put under pressure there, and the players not rolling away. Now Fesen Barter to throw this in the line-out for the Sharks. 5 meters out from the try line. Where will it go? It is going to be contested by the Western Province, but Hiron Andrews has got this, and they do form the maul now 5 meters out from the try line. It is going forward now for the Sharks. The Western Province shouldn't have contested for that one. Sharks still going forward. Now are they over the try line? No, they're just 1 meter short. And Jaden Hendricks are waiting for this ball to come back. Bringing in his forwards here. They're going to try and pick and go this again. Tembelani Bolly comes back to James Venter, who dives over, but there was a little knock-on from the Sharks, it seems. We'll have to wait and see here what the decision will be from the referee. Wait, let's just see what the referee is saying. Is that going to be... I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's a truck and trailer from the Sharks as well. But it will be a close one. Caleb says, I'm here celebrating and taking it back and then celebrating again. Yeah, it is what it is at the moment. Yeah, very seesaw battle between these two teams at the moment. Great display of rugby so far. At least it's a very lively one, and we're all enjoying this one. So I'm a little bit confused now at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on here at the moment because I don't have any audio. But it looks like Rasta might go upstairs to look at something or not. We are going to, let's just see what is the issue here. So Sharks close to the line there, and then I think Tembelani Bolly might have knocked that ball on. Or was the Sharks held up initially? Still can't seem to see what exactly happened. So yeah, it is what it is. A little knock on from the Sharks there. So it is going to be a scrum down to the Western Province now, 5 meters out from their own try line. We've got 6.5 minutes to go in this first half. Can Western Province clear this ball, or can the Sharks put in a big scrum here? Paul de Wet will feed this to the scrum for the Western Province now. What can they do with this one? Paul de Wet to feed it for the Western Province. Solid scrum here from Western Province. Now it goes down, but the ball is at the back, and Paul de Wet can clear this. Rikus Pretorius is going to bash it up. Oh, will he be held up here from the Sharks? No, it comes back to the Western Province side, and Paul de Wet has got control of this ball at the back. He's going to go with a little box kick over the top, and is he going to find touch? No, it's not going to find touch. On halfway, the Sharks now, Manny Lebok. Manny Lebok tries to step his way through, gets caught by Johan de Toy on the 10-meter line. Now Hendrickson back to Bosch. Gives it out to Van der Kok with a little stab through, but straight into the hands of Sergio Peterson, who offloads to Paul de Wet here on the 10-meter line. Tim Swiel with the box kick over the top. Chased down by Curvin Bosch inside his 22 now. He's going to give it out to Manny Lebok. Horrible pass, but it finds Takir Abrams, who's going to have a run here, and he's going to run straight through the Western Province. Up to halfway he goes. Still going is Takir Abrams. And inside to Jaden Hendrickson. And this is going to be a magic try for the Sharks. Unbelievable stuff from the left winger. Beating almost everybody to the try line there. Getting the offload to Jaden Hendrickson. And from a sloppy pass from Kevin Bosch to Manny Lebok. Mrs. Lebok finds Takir Abrams. And Takir Abrams does a little chest and Colby on the Western Province. Unbelievable stuff here from the Sharks. About 10 meters out from his own try line, Takir Abrams just went on a run. First of all, ran straight through everybody, then beat Tim Swiel on the outside, beat Sanatla, beat Paul de Wet, then back inside to Jaden Hendrickson to get the try for the Sharks. That is something really special from this left winger. Almost doing the same what Edwin van der Merwe did to the Sharks a couple of weeks back in the Rainbow Cup as well. Oh, wait, the referee is referring this one. There might be something wrong with this. Let's see what Rasta Vinga are looking at. Maybe looking at that pass from Kevin Bosch might have gone forward and then backwards, but it's going to be a very close score. He needs enough evidence to conclude that that ball did go forward from Kevin Bosch. Mahmoud says, Currie, you can shout if your team scores. It's okay. Well, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. So, yeah, I'm very happy when the Sharks do score, but I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. So the try's been awarded, and Kevin Bosch converts that. So the Sharks take the lead here with 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. Great stuff here from the Sharks. Right, so currently the poll, 58 votes. Who's going to win this game? Sharks 50, Western Province 50. But as an actual fact, it is the Sharks now leading 21 points to 19 with 4.5 minutes to go. The restart from the Western Province, and that's going to go directly into touch from Tim Sweel. So scrum down probably for the Sharks here on halfway. Or would they prefer the lineup? We'll have to wait and see with 4 minutes to go in this first half. So, yeah, it is going to be a scrum down. Bertie says, wow, I stepped away for a few minutes and the Sharks are leading. Yeah, no, it was crazy stuff, man, Bertie. It's Takir Abrams who did a little chest and Colby on the Western Province there from his own try line and ran straight through, getting the offload to Jaden Hendrickson for the try, which puts the Sharks now into the lead. Right, 3 minutes to go in this first half, guys. It is now scrum down to the Sharks on halfway, right in the middle of the field. Caleb says that's how the Sharks attack at Bertie. And you're smiling, Guru. Yeah, I'm in a very good mood here at the moment. I'm loving this game. This is a really nice, equally strong teams at the moment, just playing some fantastic rugby at the moment. So I'm really enjoying this game a lot at the moment. Right, so again, we are going to have a scrum reset here on halfway. The Sharks now to feed this in the middle of the field. So Jaden Hendrickson with the feed to the scrum now. Right, let's see where they're going to go. Gumedi trying to secure that ball at the back. Now gets it out to Jaden Hendrickson. A bit of space opening up for the Sharks, but beautiful tackle from Cornell Smith on Manny Lebok. And the Western Province looks like they might have turned this over. No, it comes back to the Sharks. Roundabout on their own 10-meter line. So they've lost plenty of ground. Now comes out to Ruben van Heerden, who's had a pretty solid game so far. Now Hendrickson, Kevin Bosch, out it goes to Marius Lowe. Gets caught by Paul David and Tienerson. But he managed to get his way out of there up to the 10-meter line again. And now Kumedi puts his head down. Under pressure is the Sharks at the moment. Comes back to Bosch, who goes to the air. Kicks it downfield and into the hands of Tim Sweel. 5 meters out from his own 22. Is going to put this to the boot. Sergio Peterson is now chasing this ball down. And into the hands of Kevin Bosch on the 10-meter line again. Here comes Manny Lebok. Manny Lebok straight through the middle. He goes. Needs support now. Finds Bosch. Back inside to Hernandez to James Pinter. Just outside of 22 comes the shot now. Here comes Mbata and Maurice Lowe knocks it on. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province on the 22-meter line. And, yeah, what a game this has been. Caps aplenty, beautiful individual brilliance from certain players in this game. And Maurice Lowe just unable to hang on to that ball. And unfortunately, I must say, so far, for me, one of my star players are not underperforming today for the Sharks, giving away too many penalties from his side. And now that vital knock-on just before halftime with a minute of play to go. Well, it is still going to be a defensive scrum here for the Western Province on the 22-meter line. And Paul DeWet is going to feed this to the line out after the scrum for them. Last chance here with a minute to go in this first half. Can the Sharks disrupt them, or will the Western Province get the last say in this game? The scrum does go down and we are going to have another reset. But it looked like for a moment that it went down on the side of Alistair Vermaak there. So Western Province needs to be very careful at the scrum. Caleb says, very disappointed with that one. Yeah, after a great breakaway from Manny Lebok and some great interchanging switch passes, it was Marius Lowe who unfortunately knocked that on. right on the 22-meter line. So now scrum down to the Western Province. Baldervet to feed this one. Can they get this away and end this first half here? It is a 2-point game at the moment between the two sides, and another scrum reset coming up. Venga, very patient at the moment with everything at the moment. So the poll has changed from the start of this game to the Sharks now having 51% to the Western Province 49 after 59 votes in this game. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this last scrum, guys. We've had the third scrum reset now. Time should be up on the clock any second now. 2 seconds, 1 second. There goes the hoot as well in the background. So after the scrum, it will be half time. Baldervet feeds it, and it goes down again. And what does the referee say? Another scrum down to the Western Province. What is going on? Rasta really needs to make a stamp here on this one, saying that the players have slipped on that occasion. Grass was a little bit loose, so they move another 2 or 3 meters in field for this last scrum. Right, should end any second now, this first half. Surely the Western Province will just kick this out if they can get this ball back. Right, so for the fourth reset of the scrum now, and about 4 minutes wasted, let's see if Western Province can get this scrum. Right, Baldervet is waiting to feed this one. Will Rustavinga's patience run out? It's a big, it's a solid scrum from both sides this time round. And decision time for the Western Province now. Comes back, Baldervet to Rikus Pretorius. Tim Swiel tried to go wide. He still got it out to Edwin van der Merwe. And now a chance here for Edwin van der Merwe on the inside. Beautiful tackle from Maurice Lowe on this occasion. Gets it back to Tim Swiel, puts it to the boot and into space here. Sinatla chasing hard, but Takir Abrams will just run that into touch, and that will be the end of the first half in this game. And what a brilliant game we've had so far. Just really living up to the expectations of a clash between the Western Province and the Sharks. But all these players are doing a great job. We've seen some great individual brilliance. Western Province have only managed to score 1 try from this game. The rest are all penalties, and Maurice Lowe at the front foot of all those penalties. So the coach will have to have a talk with him at halftime around his discipline. But it's been a brilliant game so far, guys. I think I'm going to take a real quick break, go fill up the lungs, and when I do come back, we will be doing the second half. So please don't go anywhere. We will be back for the second half real shortly, and see you guys in about 5 minutes' time, and we will go over what has happened in this first half so far. Right, guys, we are back for the second half, and what a first half this has been. I can't tell you how entertaining this one has been. It's been really, really entertaining so far, and I must say, I'm really surprised by the quality of the game at the moment. So, just want to get that thing back up for us. There we go. So, at halftime, it is 21 points to 19 to the Sharks. Here after the Western Province had a really good start to this game. The discipline, however, of the Sharks are a little bit worrying at the moment. The Sharks have outscored the Western Province by 3 tries to 1 at the moment. And it's been quite entertaining. A great try from Jaden Hendricks. 2 tries, actually, from Jaden Hendricks in this first half. And then we've also had one from Timbalani Boli. And then an intercept try very early on from Paul de Wet for the Western Province. Took them into a really good lead, but somehow they were not able to keep that up throughout the first half. So, yeah, that's about it. So, wait a minute. Just making a little bit of a mess there. Let's go a little bit up. And let's see if we can just get this thing back up for you guys. So this is what's basically happened in the first half. We've had a penalty from Tim Sweel, then a try from Paul de Wet in the 12th minute, and a conversion from Tim Sweel that put them up by 10 points to 0. And then a try by Timbalani Boli, converted by Bosch. Another 2 penalties from Tim Sweel, and then a try from Jaden Hendricks, converted by Bosch. Another penalty from Tim Sweel, and then a try from Jaden Hendricks, roundabout on half-time, converted by Gervin Bosch. So that's how things have gone in this first half, guys. It's been pretty tight between these two teams. And we are looking forward to a really great second half. Can't wait to see how things are going to turn out for both teams. Let's quickly go and have a look at how things have panned out in this first half. Sergio Peterson has been pretty solid at the back of for this Western Province. Sanatla has had a couple of mistakes here and there, not very secure under the high ball. Cornell Smith has been quiet. He's let through a few gaps open up for the Sharks. So still a lot of learning curve left for this youngster to come through. Rigas Pretorius has been quiet. Edward van der Merwe, when he's had the ball, he's looked really dangerous. So I would expect the Western Province to give a little bit more ball to Edward van der Merwe in the second half. Then Tim Sweel and Paul de Wet has been pretty solid for them as well. There has been a little bit of a kicking battle at times, and I must say Tim Sweel has done really well as Paul de Wet at times in this game. Then in the forwards, we've got Evan Roos, who's been really brilliant again for the Western Province, and I think it's only a matter of time before this youngster makes maybe a step up to the international side as well. Maybe in a year or two's time, he will be one of the prime players in the Springbok setup as well. Then Achiva Diamani has been a little bit quiet as his first start for the Western Province. Marcel Tennyson has been pretty solid as well. David Mayhazen has probably been the Western Province best forward so far in this game. Adams van Rijn has done a good job. Neetling Fischer, Reina Venter, and Adi Vermaak also having a good game so far for the Western Province. Then for the Sharks, Manny Lebok has been really solid at fullback. Vanna Kok hasn't had plenty of opportunities. Jeremy Ward has been consistent in defense. Morris Lowe, probably the worst player on the field at the moment for the Sharks, given his discipline and little bit of errors that he's made throughout this game. So he really needs to step up in the second half. The player of the game so far, Takir Abrams for the Sharks, the left winger, doing some Cheslin Colby magic just before halftime to put the Sharks side into the lead. Gervin Bosch needs to step up as well. He's not been great. His passing hasn't been brilliant. Jaden Hendricks on the other side has been really brilliant. As for the forwards of the Sharks, Kumedi, Bully, and Fent has been solid. Aaron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden, also really solid at line-out time. Doing good work at scrum time is Vachuna Mbata, and Mona as well. So, yeah, it's been pretty tight as far as the contests have gone so far. And I see Caleb Pillay says, this game is making me want to buy my own subscription. Well, it's going to cost you. Peter Muna says, up the Sharks. Here comes the second half, guys. Kickoff from the Western Province. And it's collected beautifully by the Sharks. Taken forward by the forwards now. Round about 5 meters out from their own 22. They've lost this ball. Is the Sharks now, and a chance for the Western Province to maybe get something going for them now. Sergio Peterson breaks through the first line of defense. Now Jeff van Roos over the 22-meter line. Here he goes. Still going is Jeff van Roos, and he's going to go all the way for the opening try of the second half. Just took Jaden Hendrickson with him for about 10-15 meters and just hang on to him as he gets over the try line for the first try of the second half. And what a dream start here to the Western Province in the second half. We've had about a minute in this game, and what a try from Jeff van Roos. We just spoke here on halftime about him being a future Springbok prospect. And look, well, he just took Jaden Hendrickson for the full 22, well, basically from 15 meters out. He just hang on and got over the try line there. Jeff van Roos with a brilliant try for the Western Province early in the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start. Poor defense, though, from the Sharks. Jaden Hendrickson could have done better. He tried to rip the ball from Jeff van Roos, but Jeff van Roos had nothing of it and just took him with him all the way up to the try line. Great stuff from the Western Province. And they now take the lead 26-21 after just 2 minutes of the second half. Not what the Sharks would have wanted just at the start of the second half. Bosch with the restart. 5 meters out from the 22, secured by Adams van Rijn for the Western Province. Now Paul de Wet waiting for this ball to come out his side. And he's going to go with a little box kick over the top, chased by Sinatla. It is Mani Libok underneath it. Gives it out to Kumedi. Kumedi on the 10-meter line of the Sharks, trying to run this up to halfway. He goes. Jaden Hendrickson out it goes to Timbalani Bolly. Good tackle from Jeff van Roos there, putting more pressure on the Sharks here. It's been ripped by the Western Province, and here they come again. Tienerson out it goes to Tim Sweel, puts it to the boot. Nobody at the back for the Sharks now, and it is Marius Lowe's dropped back, gives it out to Kevin Bosch. Bosch is going to try and run this, still inside his 22 at the moment. Pick and go from Timbalani Bolly over the 22-meter line. Will this ball come back for the Sharks? Yes, it will. Jaden Hendrickson out to Manny Libok, who puts it to the boot and not going to find touch. But Tim Sweel makes a little mess of it. Recollects it though now and got plenty of time. Puts it to the boot. Sergio Peterson chases this down. And Manny Libok has lost that ball backwards. And a chance here for the Western Province as they kick it forward. But it runs into touch around about, 5 meters out from the Sharks try line. And the touch judge says it's going to be Western Province ball. So the Sharks letting this game slip here in the opening 4 minutes of the second half. Manny Libok not collecting that ball and then kicked forward, hitting Takir Abrams, and it is going to be a 10-meter line out to the Western Province. Adams van Rijn takes it up for the Western Province now. 10 meters out from the try line, they form the maul. Here comes Western Province again. It is a bit static at the moment. Now going forward on the Western Province, still going. Now it goes down. 5 meters out from the try line. Paul de Wet waiting for the ball to come out. Advantage to the Western Province. And a little cross kick here from Tim Sweel, but it's gone too far. And we're coming back for a penalty against the Sharks here. It is going to be a chance here for the Western Province now. 26-21 it is. And the Western Province coming out with a fight here in the second half. Let's see what they decide to do with this one. They are going to go for goal. Adams van Rijn saying to Rasta that they are going to have a shot at goal. So with this one, they should increase the lead to 29-21 here with 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's been really poor from the Sharks here in the opening 5 minutes of the second half. Take nothing away from the Western Province at the moment. The poll currently here is after 67 votes. We've got the Sharks with 54%, the Western Province with 46%. So Western Province in a good position to maybe take this game, but there's still plenty of time left in this game. The kick from Tim Swill is over, so 29-21 after just 5 minutes of play in the second half. Western Province have overturned a 2-point deficit into an 8-point lead here after just 5 minutes into the second half. Right, Sharks need to resettle and regroup here. Kevin Bosch with a restart. Another nice high-hanging kick from him, taken by Sergio Peterson here, 5 meters out from the Western Province 22-meter line. About 10 meters from the right-hand touch line. Paul Levet waiting for the ball to come out. He's going to go with the box kick himself here. Goes to the air. It is chased by Sinatla now. Sharks under pressure. Sinatla's got it here on halfway for the Western Province. Sharks in tatters at the moment. Sergio Peterson puts it to the boot here for the Western Province and finds plenty of pace in behind. But Kevin Bosch have got enough time to clear this ball, and he is going to find touch. Let's see, roundabout and halfway for the Sharks here. Line out to the Western Province on halfway. And just how quickly a game can change in a matter of 6 minutes. It is going to be a line out to the Western Province on halfway now. And the Sharks will need to settle down. Reinhard Venter is going to throw this in for the Western Province on halfway. The new signing for the Western Province coming from the Cheetahs. Opportunity for the Western Province to get going in this one. And it is now thrown in, taken by Tienerson, but it's not in straight. So it is going to be a scrum down to the Sharks now. And what a mistake to make by the Western Province this time round. Barry Green says, how much time is left? There's still 35 minutes left, Barry. So the second half has only started just now. The Western Province getting 10 unanswered points in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Great start from the Western Province here and really causing a lot of problems for the Sharks now. The Sharks will need to find a way back into this game. Jaden Hendrickson to feed this one at halfway. Big scrum from the Sharks. They get the penalty quickly taken by Hendrickson. Gets the ball. It's a terrible pass from him. And Takira Abrams now under pressure here on his 10-meter line. He's going to have a run. Look at him go up to over halfway. He goes again. This guy is really a good stepper at the moment. Jaden Hendrickson, out it goes to Mona. Mona's putting his head down, roundabout on the 10-meter line. Inside Western Province half. Hendrickson now finds Kumedi. Comes back now again, and now Marius Lowe trying to step his way out of trouble, but he's surrounded by Rikus Pretorius and Sinatla. Now comes back Jaden Hendrickson, Mona again. Sharks have lost plenty of ground there, going quickly for the penalty. Hendrickson, Kevin Bosch. Kevin Bosch straight through the middle here. Timberlani Bolly, he's going to straighten the line as well. Gets it out to Jaden Hendrickson, but he knocks it on 10 meters out from the try line, unfortunately. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province. Just that little pop passes not working out in the end. Reminds me a lot about the Dupria twins, who used to make those little silly offloads when they just don't need to do them. But what a breakaway there from Kevin Bosch. When he can attack, he can. He needs to stay away from kicking and start attacking the first line of defense. Barry says, I'm sure Sharks have enough time to get into this. And then Herman Potgieter, even in all, and Guru, come Sharks, get there. So a great opportunity goes away, Steve, for the Sharks. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province, about 10 meters out from their own try line, right in the middle of the field. The Western Province have made 61 tackles to the 27 of the Sharks. Free kick to the Sharks here. And now there's a chance here for them. Will they make will they go for another scrum here? Quickly taken by Kumedi though, and Kumedi needs to go to the ground and find support. Now Jaden Hendricks out to James Venter. About 7 or 8 meters out from the try and right underneath the post. Here they come, Ruben van Heerden, 5 meters out now. Can the Sharks hit back in this game? Comes out to Mona. Mona puts his head down, 3 meters out now. Is the Sharks. Jaden Hendricks still waiting for it. Gives it out to James Venter. Still about 2 meters out. There's the Sharks now. Right in the middle of the field now. Jaden Hendricks out they go to the forwards again. And over the try line they go. It is Fesman Bata who gets the try for the Sharks here. And the Sharks get the bonus point for 4 tries. And we're right back into this one. Second Carling Currie Cup try for Fesman Bata now. And it is now a 3-point game with a conversion to come. Still plenty of time left, about 30 minutes left in this game. Rufus Steenkamp says, Sharks can do it, just keep ball in hand. Sparrow asks, what do you think of the box lineup for Friday? They said they were going to play their best team, but where is Mapimpi and why aren't Mark Skitsov and Malherbe? So I don't think this is our best lineup selected for that game. Because I do believe that we still got the likes of Lukanya and also Mapimpi and Cheslin Colby, likes of Faf de Klerk, all those guys not starting this game. So there's still plenty of guys that can come in. So I wouldn't read too much into that, Sparrow, if I were you. But it's a decent enough lineup. I think we should be able to demolish the Georgian side as well. The conversion from Kevin Bosch is good. So it's a 1-point game here in Cape Town Stadium with about 28 minutes to go in this game. We need to get that score updated here for us. Just waiting on flash. There we go. So 29, 28 it is here with 28 minutes to go in this game. It's anybody's game. The restart beautifully taken by Johan de Toey, but unfortunately just knocks it on in the process. So it is going to be a scrum down to the Sharks, run about 5 meters out from their own 22. Barry says, I think Mapimpi is quarantining. So yeah, he is under quarantine because he was in close contact with the 2 players that had tested positive for COVID-19. Vincent Koch and Herschel Yankees, the players testing positive for COVID-19 as well there. So Mapimpi, I think it is, and also I'm not sure, maybe Nkosi as well. The guys that is being quarantined at this stage. Yeah, Lukanya Arm was also close contact. So yeah, not the strongest South African team, but definitely a strong one. Don't get me wrong. Manny Lebok with the kick downfield for the Sharks here. And into the hands of Sergio Peterson on the 10-meter line inside his own half. He goes to the little up and under, chased by Sinatla. Who's going to get this? Jaden Hendrickson tries to get it, but knocks it into touch. So it's going to be a line out to the Western Province on the 10-meter line inside Sharks half. Those high kicks really killing the Sharks at the moment. Not able to secure the ball when it goes up high. So I think definitely the Western Province should maybe explore that tactic a little bit more in the second half, as we are currently struggling to get those high balls. The line-out throw from the Western Province, sloppy, and it is not straight from the Western Province. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Sharks on the 10-meter line. And Ronald Venter now, that is his second skew throw-in of the evening. So plenty of mistakes from the new signing as well from the Western Province. If I have to maybe pick 2 players that has been probably not playing at the best of their ability from both sides, I would say Ronald Venter has been one for the Western Province, and then Marius Lowe has been the one for the Sharks so far. But yeah, still plenty of time left, 25 minutes, and enough time for them to pick up their game and improve as well. Right, scrum down to the Sharks on the 10-meter line inside their own half here, and Jaden Henderson will feed this to the scrum. Let's see. Oh, it's gone down immediately, and the referee decides to have another reset scrum. We've had about 7 or 8 minutes wasted through reset scrums today from Rasta Venga. He's a really brilliant referee, but he tends to be too lenient when it comes to scrum time and waste a lot of time with those scrum resets in games like this. And when the games are close like this, those 7 or 8 minutes could have been vital to either team. Yeah. So really looking, he's been, like I said, a brilliant referee, but he just tends to be too lenient when it comes to scrum time. Right, so we're going to have another reset scrum here on a 10-meter line, inside Sharks half, round about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. It is Jaden Hendricks that defeat this for the Sharks now. It goes down again on the Western Province side, and it's a penalty here, and Kwesi Mona is very impressed with his efforts there, smiling all the way. So a penalty on the 10-meter line for the Sharks here, and it looks like Kevin Bosch wants to have a shot. Let's see what they decide to do in the end here. No, Kevin Bosch is going to go to the touchline instead. So he's going to find, let's see where he's going to find touch. That is a massive kick from him. And it looks like it's found touch 5 meters out from the try line. What a kick from Kevin Bosch on that occasion. Herman Potgieter says we were lucky with that throw in. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, Herman, but yeah, it didn't really look that forward to me. 11J said, can Chamberlain also play fullback? I did not know Swill could play 15, so I was a bit surprised to see him there last week. I'm not sure. I've only known Chamberlain to play fly-off previously. So the line-out from Fesenbart, a little sloppy from the Sharks at the back, but they do secure it eventually. About 10 meters out now from the Western Province try line. It is going to be Machuna who puts his head down. Sharks need to go forward from here. Gets the ball out, going backwards. Kick forward by the Western Province, and here's trouble for the Sharks. Libok has gone back, roundabout and halfway here for the Sharks. Now Takir Abrams. Look at him stepping the guys again. Here he comes again. Over halfway goes Takir Abrams for the Sharks. 5 meters inside Western Province half. Jaden Hendricks there out to Manny Libok. Under pressure here, Kevin Bosch. Kevin Bosch beats the first line of defense, brought down, not gaining too much ground though, is the Sharks now. Jaden Hendricks there. Out it goes to Fesenbart, puts his head down. Right in the middle of the field, 5 meters inside the half of the Western Province. Here comes Ruben van Heerden. Still the Sharks just trying to get this ball going forward for them now. Kevin Bosch, and what do you believe it? He's knocked it on, kicks it forward, and now there's a chance here for the Western Province. Gets it on the Birdeston Swill, and it's going to run out into touch around about 5 meters out from the Sharks 22. Quickly thrown in by the Sharks, though, and they've got their possession 5 meters out from their own 22, right on the right-hand touchline for them. Jaden Hendrickson now controlling it. Gives it out to Kwesi Mona. Up and down the field at the moment from both sides. The Sharks have let a good opportunity go to waste. And Jaden Hendrickson with the kick over the top. Chased down by Vanna Koch. But it is going to go directly into touch. And we are going to come back for a line out 5 meters out from the Sharks 22. So plenty of mistakes from both sides. Right, Herman Potgieter sounded a bit far for the goal kick, but a massive line out. Yep, finding touch 5 meters out, but then a wasted opportunity. And Dylan Richardson now on the field for Venter, and a great opportunity for him to really get his game going as well. Leon Lyons replaces for Mark. Neetling for sure going off as well for the Western Province, replaced by Sunday. And there will probably be a little bit more replacements as well down the line. So currently attention being received by Hiron Andrews for the Sharks here. So before we can do that line out, but really sloppy from the Sharks there. Had a great opportunity to get back into the lead. The line out was sloppy, and then also some sloppy play from Kevin Bosch again, knocking that ball on. So just plenty of errors at the moment, costing the Sharks. And Western Province not able to capitalize on those mistakes as well. It's a 1-point game here with 20 minutes to go in this game. It's still anybody's game at the moment. Herman Potgieter says, skop. Yep, that is what it is. The line out taken there by Tederson. Now Paul de Vet, out it goes to Ricus Pretorius. 5 meters out from the 22 now, the Western Province right in the middle of the field. Johanna Tway with a brilliant offload to Tim Swill. Back to Cornell Smith, and Cornell Smith is going to score for the Western Province here. What a try from the Western Province. But wait a minute, there might be a twist here. The referee might have to go up for a little knock-on. The Sharks are confident that there was a knock-on over the try line here. So let's wait and see what the decision will be. But a great little pass from Johanna Tway, backflip pass. Got to Tim Swill, got the offload to Cornell Smith. And let's have a look here whether he's been able to ground that or not. He's knocked it on over the try line. Is Cornell Smith. So no try, surely. I don't think they will have a look too long onto that. Very unlucky not to get the try there. The TMO decision on field is try, but they will have to maybe have another look at that. Rustavinger on field decision was a try, but as he spilled over, it landed on his bicep, and then from there got knocked out of his hands in the air, and then lost it forward, surely. I don't think that try can be awarded. I think there's enough evidence that ball got knocked on over the try line. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. And, no try awarded. So we are going to come back for that knock-on. It's going to be a scrum down to the Sharks here. And with about 21 minutes to go in this game, a defensive scrum coming up for the Sharks. That was a really big moment in this game. Could have turned out really bad there for the Sharks. So the poll currently on the chat, the Sharks still leading after 79 votes, 53 to 47%. So pretty close in the poll as well at the moment. Jaden Hendricks to feed this to the scrum, but another reset scrum. That's about 9 minutes wasted in this game already. How vital will that 9 minutes be? Giving too much leniency to the scrum time as Rustavinger today. Right, so we've got a couple of new players on the field. Let's see how the scrum is going to go for the Western Province. It is a Shark scrum 5 meters out, but they can put some pressure on the Sharks here. Jaden Hendrick, another free kick to the Sharks here, and a chance for them to get out of their own 22. The free kick has been changed to a penalty now. Some back chat from the Western Province. And that is just really poor discipline from the Western Province. Edmund says, thank goodness for that knock. Sharks really need to pull up their socks. Agreed. So the line-out is right about between the 10 and the 22-meter line of the Sharks now. It is going to be a Sharks line-out after the free kick was turned into a penalty after some back chat from the Western Province. So let's see what's going to happen with this one. Right, line out to the Sharks. We've got 20 minutes to go in this second half. It is a 1-point game at the moment. Line out to come here for the Sharks. Can they do something with this one? Gumedi just receiving, or is it Fesman Barter receiving some attention here for the Sharks at the moment? Remember, the Sharks have managed to get the bonus point secured already through 4 tries. The Western Province only having 2. So some more replacements coming on for the Sharks now. It is the youngster, Machuna, who is onto the field for the Sharks here. And a bright future, it is set for this youngster. It is Ntuku Mchuna who's on, and also Vian Harps for the Sharks now. Here they come just outside their own 22. Jaden Hendricks go the up and under. It is chased down by Maurice Lowe. Beautifully collected by Cornell Smith for the Western Province. Right on halfway now. Nearly intercepted there by Maurice Lowe. And it is going to be a scrum down to the Western Province after that little knock on from him. Rufus Steenkamp says, thanks, Currie, for excellent commentary. Really appreciate, Rufus, that comment. Trying my very best to keep you guys up to date with this one. Right, so scrum down in the middle of the field for the Western Province on halfway now. And let's see what happens with this one. About 19 or 18 and a half minutes to go in this second half. All the way to feed this for the Western Province. Like I said, roundabout on the halfway line, right in the middle of the field. Let's see the scrum goes. Oh, solid scrum this time from the Western Province. Oh, they could milk a penalty here. They've got it as well. And the Sharks scrum under tremendous pressure there with the new prop forwards onto the field. Dan Jooste, Matuna, and Harps under a lot of pressure there. And it looks like Western Province might go for goal here. Sunday really putting the pressure there on the new scrummages of the Sharks. So Tim Swill not going for goal. They're going to kick this into touch. And it is going to find touch round about 5 meters inside the 22. Well, 15 meters out from the try line of the Sharks here. And a great attacking opportunity for the Western Province. Right. Can Reinhard Venter get a straight throw in here? He's already missed out on 2 tonight. The line-out goes to Ernst van Rijn, and the Western Province now have a chance to maul this up. About 10 meters out from the try line. Now they start to move forward. Reinhard Venter controlling at the back of that maul. They're still going forward now with full force on the Western Province here, up to the 5-meter line. Now it goes down. They need to get this out quickly now. Paul de Wet waiting for the ball at the back of this ruck here. Can I get it out? Now Sunday. Sunday puts his head down for the Western Province. Gets it back now. Paul de Wet waiting for it. Comes out to Johan de Twee. Still 5 meters out. Now Ernst van Rijn. About 4 meters out. Right in the middle of the field here. Big counter drive from Tembelani Boli. Has got this now. Still 3 meters out. Johan de Twee out to Tim Swiel. Now Edwin van der Merwe slips there. And great tackle from Takir Abrams. Gets the penalty for the Sharks. And what a game this youngsters had today. Definitely have been the Sharks' best player on the field today. Gets the penalty against Edwin van der Merwe there. And the Sharks now can kick this downfield. It's going to be Kevin Bosch to kick this downfield for the Sharks. Takir Abrams, definitely for me so far, if the Sharks pull this off, definitely man of the match performance for him. The kick from Kevin Bosch is going to find touch on halfway for the Sharks here. And great attacking opportunity for them. Let's see what they can do with this. Dan Jooste, the replacement hooker for the Sharks now. See JJ van der Mesh is now also onto the field for Kumedi. So, like you guys know, I'm a big fan of JJ van der Mesh. So, looking forward to see what he can do. And then also Reniel Higu onto the field here for Hiron Andrews. Right, what can we do from here? It's been overthrown by the Sharks. Not straight from the Sharks as well. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province again on halfway. So just that silly mistakes at the moment costing the Sharks a lot of points at the moment. Terrible throw-in from Dan yesterday. Edmund says, nice Sharks kop on fair. Well, it comes down to nothing as the line-out throw has gone in skew. So scrum down to the Western Province with 15 minutes to go in the second half. It's still anybody's game. It's a 1-point game at the moment. Paul de Wet to feed this to the scrum for the Western Province. Right on halfway. Scrums have been a little bit in shambles for the Western Province today. But since those replacements have come on, it's gone better. But another penalty against the Western Province now. And surely this is in touch for Kevin Bosch. Right on halfway. This will be about a 55-meter kick if he decides to go for goal. which he has decided to do. So a big kick coming up for Currie Bosch now. It's about, like I say, 55 meters out from the goal line. So a really tough one. It's on halfway, but about 15 meters on the angle. So a difficult kick coming up for Currie Bosch. But if he can get this, he can put the Sharks into the league. Yeah. Confirmation there from the distance is 53 meters. Currie Bosch will have to attempt this one. Right, let's see what happens with this one. Currie Bosch lining it up. Definitely known for his kicking abilities. And that one is sweetly no, it's not. It's going to be short and it's going to be wide. And now Tim Swill kicks it downfield for the Western Province. Not going to find touch into the hands of Manny Lebok. Gives it out to Currie Bosch now on the 10-meter line, out to Takei Abrams. Let's see if there's any magic from him this time. No, he gets caught on the 10-meter line inside the Sharks half now. Comes back to Currie Bosch, goes to the air. It's nobody really chasing this down and into the hands of Tim Swill now. Tim Swill goes to the air as well. Chased down by Sergio Peterson and Edward van der Merwe. Collected by Currie Bosch, but slips in under pressure. The ball spills loose. And it's going to go into touch, and it's going to be Sharks ball. Well, Currie Bosch is down at the moment, not looking happy at all. Looks like he got a massive knock on that one. It's just not been completely his day. He's had a very mixed bag of results today. Barry says, how do you feel about level 4 lockdown? Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm currently working from home anyway, so basically I've done that since lockdown has started, so I don't have any issues with that at the moment, Barry. And as far as some other stuff going, it is what it is. Luckily, it's not for too long, so hopefully we will be able to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's a pity that it's come to this, but it is what it is. So Currie Bosch is now back onto his feet as well. And it's going to be a line out to the Sharks, about 5 meters out from their own 22. Line out spills loose. Dylan Richardson couldn't collect it for the Sharks. And now Western Province through Van Roos again having a go here over the 22-meter line. Western Province now. Paul de Wet. Out it goes to Reinhard Venter. Good defense here from the Sharks. Just inside the 22 now. Here comes Tim Swill. Oh, tries the miracle pass, skip pass there. But first of all, luckily not intercepted. And then secondly, it runs into touch, unfortunately. So with 12 minutes to go, it is going to be a line out to the Sharks. Again, 5 meters out from their own 22. Sloppy play from both sides at certain times of the game have really slowed down the momentum of this game. Ruben van Heerden takes it at the back, penalty advantage coming for the Sharks. After that, more collapses now. And let's see what the Sharks can do from here. Marius Lowe trying to beat Jano Augustus, and Tim Swill brought down quickly. Comes back to Manny Lebok. Manny Lebok with a little dart ahead. Nobody wants it, and we're coming back for the penalty to the Sharks, 5 meters out from the run 22. Collapse more from the Western Province, and a chance now for the Sharks to maybe kick this into the half of the Western Province. Hopefully we'll get another big kick from Currie Bosch like he did on a previous occasion. But let's see where this one is going. The kick downfield is not that great this time round. It's going to find touch between the 10 and the halfway line inside Western Province half. Right, 10 minutes to go in this game, guys. It's all to play for Dan Uester with this throw-in. Will he get a better throw-in this time round? It does come out to Ruben van Heerden at the back here. Now Dylan Richardson Dylan Richardson tries to straighten the line here up to the 10-meter line. Can the Sharks maybe get a penalty from here? Discipline from the Western Province needs to be very solid. JJ van der Mesh taking it up, and here comes the penalty. Advantage to the Sharks. Right on the 10-meter line. Out to Belani. Bowley breaks through. Gives it out to Dylan Richardson with a miracle offload. Into the hands of Dan Uester. Inside the 22 now of the Western Province. Here comes Jaden Hendrickson now. Kevin Bosch. Manny Lebok. Out to Marius Lowe. Pass to Takir Abrams. Not the greatest, but he's still got this, and he's going to try and run it. But Aronson Rains got him covered. The Sharks have lost plenty of ground here. 5 meters out from the 22. Here they come again. Manny Lebok straightens the line up to the 22-meter line. Jaden Hendrickson, Kevin Bosch now. Jeremy Ward. Oh, the pass is forward. Surely from him, but the referee haven't picked it up. And it's still play on here from the Sharks. Just outside of 22 now. Tembelani Bolly trying to work his way over, and he slipped up. And the advantage was over from that penalty. So the Western Province have got this now. Right on their own 22. Van Roos now. Over the 22-meter line they go. It is now taken here by Tim Sweel, who kicks it downfield. And a long way back for the Sharks. Vanderkok now got it just outside his own 22. Is he going to run this now? Puts a little kick ahead, chases it himself. Into the hands of Paul de Wet, gives it out to Tim Sweel. Over halfway he goes. Good tackle, Dylan Richardson. Up to the 10-meter line goes the Western Province now. Paul de Wet waiting for that ball to come out. Finds Johan de Toey. Great opportunity. Goes away for the Sharks again. And now on halfway, here they come again. Is the Western Province. Paul de Wet waiting for that ball to come out. Does find it. Gives it out to Rikus Pretorius, who goes to the boot. A little cross kick collected by Edwin van der Merwe. And he could go all the way here. Just foul. 5 meters out from the try line. And he's knocked it on for the Western Province. What a wasted opportunity from Province this time around. So many chances, so many errors. And it just sums up the second half. Great defense from Jeremy Ward, however, just stopping Edwin van der Merwe. Great defense from Manny Lebok to stop him initially. And then Jeremy Ward comes in from the back, and this locks the ball from Edwin van der Merwe there. Scrum down to the Sharks, 5 meters out from their own try line. Like I said, so many opportunities in the second half, just not able to get over that and finish it off, unfortunately. Ruben says ek skree maar vir die Sharks vir jou part, says Ruben. Well, either way, it's been a great game to watch, very tense and really good to do. So Chamberlain now also onto the field, I think is in the place of Kevin Bosch, as well as Grant Williams now. So 8 minutes to maybe try and secure this game, either side. Mahmoud, is Tim Sweel really the best flyer that the Western Province have? Well, apart from the fact that Damien Willemse is with the Springboks at the moment, and not really my first choice scrum off, and Kate Volhette out injured. So he's probably the only one. And now Abner van Reenen, definitely not the option at this stage of his career for the Western Province. That scrum is going to be a legal scrum from the Western Province and a penalty to the Sharks. Well, is there some more twists in this game? So I think it's Manny Lebok who's left the field because Kevin Bosch is still on the field. He's going to kick this downfield and find touch right about between the 10 and half way of the Western Province now. Another chance here for the Sharks with 7 minutes to go in this game. All to play for in this last 8 minutes of the game. Who's going to walk away with a victory here today? It's going to be very interesting to see who gets to the final knot here, as it's one of those games that can go either way. Right, Dan Uester with a throw into this lineup. He's going to find Ruben van Heerden on the 10-meter line now, the Sharks. The ball has gone down, and referee says play on. So that ball, is it going to come out to the Sharks side? It does come out now. Grant Williams have got this. Reniel Hichu puts his head down. The Sharks have lost a couple of meters here. Grant Williams waiting for it again now. Gives it out to Vian Herps. Puts his head down, not getting any ground. Good defense from Reynard Venter. Now Dan Uester. Still great defense from the Western Province at the moment. Comes back to Kevin Bosch, who goes to the air. Who's chasing after this? It is knocked on by the Western Province here. And a chance now for the Sharks on a 10-meter line inside Western Province half. Kevin Bosch. Out it goes to Van der Kok. There's an opportunity here. Needs to straighten this up for the Sharks now. 5 meters out from the 22 now. Grant Williams. Out it goes to Timberlani Bolly. Bolly taken down pretty quickly there. Still about 5 meters out. And a penalty coming for the Sharks here. And surely there's a chance now for Kevin Bosch to surely put the Sharks in the lead now with 5 minutes to go in this game. Right in the middle of the field. 5 meters out from the 22. And Aaron Sandray not happy with the referee there. Just having a talk there. But I think Rasta has made up his mind already. So decision time for the Sharks. Do they go for this? Surely they must. And Kevin Bosch is going to line this up. And 5 meters out from the 22, right in the middle of the field. A chance for Kevin Bosch to get the lead for the Sharks. Rag Freedy asked who has scored for the Sharks. So I know that Jaden Hendricks has scored 2. Timberlani scored 1. And in the last try, let's quickly have a look. The last try was scored by Faison Barter for the Sharks. So plenty of forward stride. Jaden Hendricks, that try before halftime was just a classic one. Takir Abrams ran from his own try line, basically straight through the middle of all the Western Province players. And that kick from Kevin Bosch has gone over. So 31 points to 29 with 4 minutes to go in this game. Who's going to walk away with victory here with just 4 minutes to go? 31 to 29, the restart knocked on by the Sharks. And now a chance here for the Western Province. Just outside of 22 now. Paul de Wet waiting for it. Gives it out to Sunday. Sunday driven back in a tackle there by Vian Herps. He needs to roll away. And a penalty to the Western Province. Vian Herps penalized there. And very similar to Kevin Bosch's kick, Tim Swill will definitely go for goal from here. 5 meters out from the 22, right in the middle of the field. The Western Province can regain the lead here after some really poor discipline there from Vian Herps. Mark Bromfield asks, hi Guru, what's your thoughts on Ruan Combrink joining the Bulls? So I did speak about it earlier today, Mark, but for me, I think it's more the fact that the Bulls are trying to get some depth into the squad before the Rugby United Championship. And I think with the likes of Combrink and Mapu, bringing that experience to the Bulls side, especially when they need to rest some other guys as well, it's brilliant signings for the Bulls. But as far as Springbok selection might go, it might be a little bit more difficult for Combrink and Mapu to get back into contention. So the kick from Tim Swill has gone through. It's 32 to 31 with 2.5 minutes to go. Is there another twist in this one? Let's see. The restart from Kevin Bosch collected by Peterson. Just outside his own 22 now. So they can't kick this out directly. It's the Western Province. Taken up by Sunday. They're going to try and secure possession here. Now comes back to Paul de Wet here at the back of this ruck. He's going to go with a box kick over the top now. Needs to chase this down as Sinatla. Into the hands of Puta Chamberlain, who knocks it on as well. And here they come again. It's the Western Province. But a little knock on from Jeffen Roos. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province. Right on halfway. Going to be interesting to see how this one goes. We have seen the Western Province scrum struggle here today, giving away a lot of free kicks and penalties today. So the Sharks will want to maybe try and capitalize on that and win a penalty themselves. But the Sharks have been their own worst enemies today, not securing that high balls, too many errors, too many penalties. The lead has changed 6 times throughout this game, which makes it really incredible to watch. Right, scrum feed to the Western Province on halfway. The pole for this one 94 votes. Sharks 56%. Western Province 44. So we'll have to wait to see whether that ball will be successful. The scrum has been reset again by the referee, Rastavinga. And just to give you guys an idea, we've had about 10 minutes wasted in this game through scrum resets today. Those 10 minutes could have been vital in both teams' account today. Whoever loses this one will feel that 10 minutes wasted could have made a difference today. Right, scrum feed Paul de Wet now, waiting to feed this one for the Western Province. It's a solid scrum this time round, and the Western Province got it with 30 seconds to go. Sergio Peterson out to Sinatla. The Western Province just need to secure this ball, and they do get it back. Oh, no, it's a penalty to the Sharks on the 10-meter line, right on the left-hand touch line. So definitely too far for Currie Bosch to kick it. So the Sharks will have to kick this downfield and try and win it from there. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock here, and the Sharks need to get this one. Well, from Currie Bosch was not great at all, and it's going to find touch. Let's see where it's going to find touch. Right on halfway. That is disgusting. 5 meters gain from the full lineup. And now it's been stolen by the Western Province as well. And they surely just have to kick this out. And they've got it. The Western Province have won this game. Too many errors from the Sharks today. They've been their own worst enemy at many times today. And the Western Province have won this by a single point today. And the lead have changed 6 times today. What a Currie Cup game this has been. Although the second half hasn't been the greatest of games, it has definitely been a thrilling one. Herman says, Coach Charles, kom ver. Well, Currie Bosch got 5 meters on that kick, and then they lost the line out, which secured the victory for the Western Province here today at the Cape Town Stadium. A 1-point difference. The Sharks will get 2 points from this game for a bonus point and losing by less than 7. So the Western Province take 4 from it, having scored 2 tries themselves. So overall, the Sharks won't be too unhappy with the result today. Looking at the poll finish today, guys, we've had 95 votes, which we are going to now. So in the end, it was the viewers did go for the Sharks to win it, but the 44% that chose the Western Province were correct today. Rufus says, time to let Currie go. 11J said, very close game. So, yeah, I do agree with you, Rufus. I think it's time to let Currie go. There's been speculations that he's going to the Western Province, or he wants to go to the Western Province. So I do think that it's time for him to maybe either leave the Sharks or possibly move back to fullback, or just maybe the Sharks should just get a new coach. Who knows? But he's definitely been underperforming under Sean Everett for the Sharks. So a lot of questions that needs to be answered from the Sharks side. Well, that will be all from my side today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to press that like button and subscribe if you are new. We will be doing the Springbok game on Friday as well. So don't miss out on that opportunity as well. 11J said Bosch should go to the Stormers. Yeah, that's what I think as well. So, yeah, until next time, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.